on your back and just breathe. Knees bent just makes it a little bit more comfortable maybe for most of us, just to kind of position the pelvis. And that's what we're going to talk about, this relationship between hip motion, pelvis, rocking of the pelvis, and the position of the low back. Very integrated in their movement, as are the first, second, and third chakras. So just breathe all the way down into the belly. As you feel your belly swell, can you relax enough to also notice that pelvic floor? As you inhale and fully expand into the ribs, you increase the pressure throughout the entire intra-abdominal area. The pelvic floor will expand, it will descend just slightly as you inhale. And it will rise as you exhale. And so really this is the first relationship, this muscular relationship that we have during respiration. The diaphragm, the muscles of the core as they wrap around from the belly all the way into the back. And the pelvic floor. And so all of those muscles need to be flexible. They need to have some extensibility so that as you inhale, you can feel that full expansion. And you can feel it all fall. So just even practicing in a supported position to really feel when those lower ribs expand, you know that diaphragm is flattening out and lowering down. You can feel the belly, the sides of the waist, maybe even the small of the back expand as you increase the pressure all around those organs. And then think of the bowl of the pelvis. And as you inhale, all of those muscles in that bowl fill and expand, and the pelvic floor, which is not supported by the bones, then it expands down the thighs just a little bit. Even when we go upright and these muscles need to turn on a little bit to support the bones and the joints, they don't rigidly hold. They still have some of this fluidity and flexibility as the breathing expands them and contracts them. So we never want to be holding tight and rigid in any of this area. If we hold on to that tension, we can disrupt the flow of energy through these chakras. So let's talk about the first chakra. Its location is at the base of the pelvis. So in that pelvic floor, tip of the tailbone, pubic bone, sit bones. And I include the legs as the support and the stability, the foundation of that first chakra. So push into your feet. As you push into your feet, they don't move, just kind of push into the feet as though you were trying to push those feet away. As you relax everything, can you feel how that rocks your pelvis a little bit? So push into the feet and then just release the feet. And then push into the feet and release. So if you don't get that rocking motion, you need to do a little bit more work on relaxation through this whole area. But push and relax, just to feel a gentle, tiny rocking of that pelvis. As you rock the pelvis, you'll feel the low back flattening just slightly. I also like to think of these chakras, first, second, and third, especially, as developmental and how they develop. So we'll talk a little bit. So that first chakra, the root chakra, where we begin to engage in the world. Go ahead and reach behind your left knee and just kind of relax that leg. It's hanging in the cradle of your hands, and we're just going to move the foot. So just point and flex the foot, just to bring some awareness to the feet and the ankles. We develop these roots in our early years. And so if we think about our primary influences in those early years, for many it's parents, maybe there are grandparents that provide early influence. Go ahead and make circles with that foot. And so you begin to develop roots into your religious world, your political world. You develop roots in how you behave in relationships. And now just straighten the knee and bend the knee. You develop roots into money matters, into finances, your beliefs around money. So you acquire all of this information from those that are closest to you, and you begin to grow your roots. And now bring that left knee closer to your chest. You can hug it up towards your chest. And just kind of rock that thigh and that knee back and forth, side to side. Hug it up to your chest or let it fall out to your shoulder. And then extend it all the way down. And then bring it back all the way up to your chest or your shoulder again. And then extend it all the way down. One more time, knee to chest. And then just step it down. And then the other side, the right leg, cradle the back of your thigh in your hand. And just make back and forth with the foot, make some circles, just moving that ankle, loosening things up. So obviously these early relationships that we have, they either create a sense of support, security, safety, or not. So we have to think about how those relationships begin to create this individual. And now the knee, straighten the knee and bend the knee. Straighten the knee and bend the knee. And just feel that lengthening in the thigh. Any resistance or tension that we feel in these legs is a symptom of energy flowing within that first chakra, whether we're holding on to some of that energy or if we can let it go. And now bring that knee closer to the chest.